We recently discussed a headline, J.P. Morgan claims #1 for government debt after Jefferson County. The article notes that despite the role in two of the biggest scandals in the history of U.S. public finance, the company is still the biggest player in municipal finance. Why are glorified bucket shops like J.P. Morgan, Bank of America, Goldman Sachs allowed to continue to operate in such a capacity? Reggie Middleton.
Well, it's multifold. There's not a single reason, so I'll give you my opinion, which I'm going to couch as fact, but let's say it's my opinion in case somebody disagrees with me. Fact. But you have marketing. For some reason, a lot of the consumers of the services of the big banks are more ignorant, in my opinion, than they should be, or less knowledgeable. They believe that you have to be bigger to be better, and that's just not the case. If you take a look at the research on my blog, I've ran circles around all the big banks for 5 years running. Their janitorial expenses are larger than my research staff budget. So how is it I'm able to run circles around them? It's a conflict of interest that drives them, which prevents them from outperforming, such as the most recent New York Times editorial from the ex-Goldman employee, made clear. And since I've been making it clear on my blog for a while. So you have the ignorance of the consumers of the product, thinking that if you go to the white shoe, big name investment banks, we'll get a better deal, combined with the fact that these banks have to outperform. Almost all of them are public companies now. They're no longer private partnerships. So they have to go quarter by quarter. They can't plan years ahead like they used to as their private partnerships. They have to impress quarter by quarter. In order to outperform everybody else quarter by quarter, you have to take advantage of your clients. It's a must. If you don't take advantage of your clients, the only way to outperform is over a medium to a long term. But to outperform quarter by quarter, that money, that performance, has to be extracted from somewhere, and it's usually extracted from the clients, the same clients we're supposed to be serving. Okay. In addition, you have entities like J.P. Morgan, but to a much greater extent, Goldman Sachs, who have in total put, I'd say, at least billions of dollars of capital into lobbying. You lobby the government is your client, you're now bonded with your client in a way that might not facilitate the best possible outcome of a capital transaction. I go and buy something from you, but I lobby your bosses to give me a better deal, so I get you to pay more for less services. That catch-22 allows for all types of financial shenanigans to happen, and potential raping of the client, such as the Jefferson County deal, such as many of Goldman Sachs clients and J.P. Morgan clients have found out time and time again. The way to break that is to limit the effect of lobbying and limit the network effect of having so many ex-bankers entrenched within government. They're not the only ones that can count. And if you take a look at the performance of investment banks from 2007 to present, it just seems like they seem possibly to be the only ones that cannot count. That's not being the case, it's an exaggeration, but hopefully I get the point across. There needs to be more diversification in government, and there needs to be a greater acceptance of intellectual capacity from outside of the banking industry, particularly since the government purchased so much in terms of services from the banking industry.
That's right. Goldman Sachs clients are just collateral damage while the firm is busy blowing up the economy. Let's talk